Good afternoon, everyone. Today, as a resource person, I have chosen the topic called promoting on mental health. So, before talking about on the mental of health, I should tell you something about what is mental health. In today's world, where there are almost 200 countries, you can find it out. There are lots of institutions that day by day they have been established. So what I have gained out there as a teacher, I have been saying that there's a lot of tensions that have been carried by the students wherever the institutions are there. They are lacking some problems. They are in depressions. The reason behind that depression is that day by day they have to carry lots of books, lots of subject, and every teachers, when they instruct a lot of thing, a lot of activities or a lot of tasks they have been given by the teachers, they give it. And what happens when they go out at their home, when they start to do that task, when they doesn't complete it? So what do they find it out? They find it out in depressions. And they start to make an excuses that what should I tell in the class? How should I escape from the teachers, those who have given me the task? So, seeing that topic, I have chosen the topic called promoting mental health and well-being in your school, in our school. So, before saying something about mental health, I would like to thanks to our school, even the director, even the STNC members who gave me a chance to say something about on promoting mental health. So mental health is more than the absence of mental illness. I have talked to you. So I would talk about presently that what happens when we say mental health. When we say mental health, we usually think of feelings and emotion like tension, happiness and grief. And in that thing, what happens, and more serious mental illness creates a lot of depressions. And when the depressions occur, we live our life like a up and down. Sometimes we find out that we are in a happy mood. Sometimes we find out in a very depressed mood. Nobody comes to know that whether we are in happy mood or whether we are in depressed mood. Nobody knows that. And when that time is someone who comes and something like he or she says something in front of you, you feel very bad. Even obviously we will also feel bad, or wherever the peoples are there, wherever the peoples they are interacting with each other, they all will feel very bad. So there are many things to be talked, there are many things to be discussed. So while going on the topic, you will come to know that some of the topic that will help you, that will realize you why the topic promoting mental health is important, why it is not. So we come to that topic. The first topic is that why mental health and well-being is promoted in a school. Since I have given you already the reason, and as a teacher, nobody knows better than you all. Yes, what happens in each and every school? I told you once more. Let me tell you something about your schools. And every schools, whether it is in India or whether it is in abroad, everybody knows that they give a lot of tasks. Once more, I come to the same point. Everybody gives a lot of tasks. And for a student to do all the subject tasks, it's impossible. So teachers should know how to give the task. First thing, and teachers, when they are giving the tasks in the classes, they also should know when he or she is giving the task that they should get some relaxment, they should give some refreshment, so that at least once in a week or twice in a day, he or she should feel in a very good way. So mental health, the topic itself is saying you that today in the world, Every people have a lot of tensions. Kindly we move to the different persons, farmers, cobblers, businessmen. All are they in a tertiary sectors. They are working, they are living, they are earning, they are doing something and else. So why they are doing it itself? They knows that if they doesn't work, if they doesn't earn, if they doesn't earn their livelihood in a day, what will happen? Their family couldn't survive it. And that's the impossible task. That's the impossible task that we are talking about today's life. So there should be some points that should be discussed. If there is if I am promoting mental health, so what should be the topic? Second thing. When people make fun of us or criticize us for how we look, walk or behave, I talk to you all only. When I will talk to you all, you have realized it in each and every daily life. When people make fun of us, suppose when people make fun of you all or criticize you all, how you look, how you walk, definitely you will feel very bad, because nobody wants a person to point it out on a finger to someone else. And we, the only teachers, they knows that very well. Before pointing out on a finger to anyone else, you should be somewhat who can be desirable to anyone, who can be respectable to anyone. Yes, so these are the problems that we have to cope with unexpected situations such as loss of friend or loved one. Yes, suppose what happens that your loved friends, whom you love much, what happens? He is in that mood, or he has an accidental mood. He has an accidental. So what happens? You go in a depression mood. And once you go in a depression mood, it's very hard for anyone to take it out from that mood to a lovely mood or a physical mood. So, abusive relationship or fear of academic failure, responsibility as we good mental health. Now, this point is that students, we should make them, what should be the tactics that we can explain them in the class, in the assembly, or wherever it is, wherever they are. The first thing that is good exercise. Exercise can keep the students in a very relaxive, in a very refreshment mood. What do you think about that topic? Yes, Ashish sir, as a science teacher, if I am saying that exercise can make the student in a very healthy mood, in a very refreshing mood, then it is suitable for me or not? It is suitable for me. When you are healthy, suddenly when you are healthy, suppose, I'll give you one more example. When we sleep at night, what happens? At least for 7 or 8 hours or 6 or 7 hours, we are in a refreshing mood. Yes? But if you couldn't sleep properly at a night, what happens when someone spoke at you, when someone spoke nice thing only, good thing only, but you feel very bad. So that the thing over there is what? That you couldn't sleep at night, wholly. And the thing that is another thing, that you should sleep at night. So if you slept at night properly, then you will be a healthy person. Your mind could be a healthy one. It's very easy for you to communicate with anyone in a very good way. So these things to be taught to the students. They are lacking those problems. They are behind those problems. And we are the one who can explore them. We are the one who can teach them to how to be in so busy life, in a very refreshing mood, in a very healthy mood. We are the ones. So the first thing that I'll talk about this, it resilience against the adversity. It's resilience against the adversity. If you give them, suppose when I'm teaching in the classes, I should know what I'm teaching first. Second thing, that if I'm teaching something about some topic also, I should know to how to escape with that also. So that when the time will come, they could easily, and even the person as a resourceful person, whoever is imparting anything in the classes, he can also escape it. So thing number 2 is that exercise. Once more we come to the topic called exercise. Exercise keeps the brain and body healthy and can improve your mood. Yes? Everybody in these trends, everybody is a busy person, a busy one. Nobody is in that mood, or nobody is in that relaxing mood where he can get some rest. There's an age, and the age called 4 to 14, or from 10 to 14. From 10 to 14 is that age, or from 10 to 18 is that age where we get a lot of burdens as a student, as a instructor also, when whoever is instructing in the classes. For the instructor, what is the burden? And as a student, what is the burden? The task is the burden. That is the burden. And what is the escape from here? What is the new thing for them? Is that we should tell them, we should give the ideas to them also, that how they can do it. That is the main thing. If we are giving some homework, for example, we should give him those ideas, that how you can do that homework. A student cannot waste 1 hour for a subject homework. They doesn't have that time also. Yes, and as an instructor, he also doesn't want as a student to all the students that they would be in a depressed mood if they can't do it, because the moral will be going down and down day by day. So what happened? Research and depression and anxiety shows that exercise has both physical and psychological benefits. Even the science they have realized that has an effect, and then can help your mood in a really interesting one. Today, we all know that how advanced the science has been. Yes? Next topic, we come to it, that get help and advice. Get help and advice. Suppose asking for help, we only listen this. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It is a way of staying strong, help to create a culture where asking for help is encouraged. Suppose we as a teacher, when we are doing some work, and when we have been given a lot of work, practically, I'm talking about this practically, in our model public school, when we are doing some work, and the work is being more loaded on you all, even you can distress your body, mind. Even your body, mind also get in a distressed way, in a depressed way, because body also has that limit, and under that limit your body can walk. If you make your body walk more than your expectations, then definitely you will be under depressions. You will be under depressions. So what happens? We give advice, we even suggest, we even need a help, So at that time, any person or any of your colleagues gives you a help, and if they completes your work, you get a good refreshment only. You get a time to relax. Your mood, your body works properly as if it was walking. Yes? So I have been told you that why I chose this topic once more. There are some features also about promoting mental health, and not only in our Bihar only. There are 28 states, more than the Union Territories, more 7, 8 or 9. Day by day, some states are being converted into UTS, and some UTS are being converted to state also. That's a proof only. There's a lot of work being done, and nobody is knowing what is going to be happen in the in 2022, 2023. Because every day we are getting new thing to learn. Can any of the teachers here, can any of the person can say that whenever we come in the school or whenever we come in the class, we as a teacher couldn't learn anything? That's the answer. The answer is wrong. We also even learn. Whatever we think, whatever we'll realize, we'll learn it something. And if we can keep that in our CPU, in our brain, your knowledge will become vast. And as if your knowledge will become vast, definitely you will feel very relaxable mood. The third thing, that from 18 to 25 or 28, at that period, what happens when we move to the college level, or when we comes to, to say that when we work as an employee, whenever we go to any of this state, what happens? It's a challenging task for us as an employee to work in any field. It's a challenging task. Nobody is knowing. At that time, we feel very hesitations to how we will work, how I will prove myself as a good employee of any company. So that also creates a lot of mental illness in your body. Have you realized it or not? I have realized it. When I think a lot, whether in the morning time or in the afternoon time or in the evening time, I do get depressed. I do get mental illness. So everything has a solution. Everything has a solution. If we think more or if we think less, what will be the solutions? I have to be going to that ideas that can create a lot of potentials. So next thing is that positive social connections. Yes? Positive social connection means what type of connections? For example, when you coming to the schools, are you knowing with your societies? You are being known in society. And when your real mood starts from where? From where you leave for the job. From there your social connection starts. Yes? Your social connections starts. What happened? What happens when you come suddenly? So your real test began from your home. For example, you himself have realized many times that you dressed up, you took bath, you dressed up, you came out from your home, you're going for school. Many of the people surrounding your house, they sometimes give you positive news. They sometimes give you a positive feedback about you all. And when they give you a positive feedback, what happens? Your mood gets relaxed. So when the body gets those type of in mood, what happens? We come to the school, we do not have that mental illness, and we do our work very nicely. So there is a relationship between positive social connections also. For example, we can take it in a different way also. Suddenly you come out from your house, you took your bath, you brush it, you again dressed up, you come out from the house, and someone surrounding your house comes out and says something very negative way, something in a very negative way. What happens? You do get depressed. You do get mental illness. And as soon as you go in a depressed mood, as soon as you go in a mental illness, what happens? That mental illness creates a bad environment in your school, your institution, or in a company where you are working. So there's a relations between positive and social conditions also. The third thing is that positive self-regard. Yes, you should have that potential. You should have that courage that you can do it, that we can do it. If you do not have any courage, or if you do not have that courage, then the task that we are going to do, that will create a lot of depression. I'm telling you all. That can take you over towards illness. That's a very big disease that we have been having in our country, India. So, move to the next topic, that is curriculum and teaching. Yes? Suddenly, an hour ago, I had came something to learn about from your Topsy sir only. Yes. That in any of the institutions that we are having in our India country, what happens that there are many things to be known, and whoever are the responsible of any institutions, they comes to know that the next person that he came or she came, what qualities do they have, and after realizing their quality, they allowed that person to get in the class and go for the demos. Why? Because when the student, when they are seeing for the first time a new teachers, and when that teachers doesn't stand on that task, doesn't stand on that place, the student, they comes to know that what is the real reason, or what is the reason behind our educations. What type of education reasons behind our educations? They comes to know that. We are poor teachers, we couldn't impart it properly, we couldn't express it ourselves. So we should know our limitations. We should know what to teach, and we should know how to explore ourselves. For that only there is a teaching called as topic, mental health. Second thing that they are saying, that there have been many programs. For the first time in India, in 1982, there's a program started on mental health. They wanted to give the message to all the Indians, students, that we can come out from depressions. And especially students, they can come out from depressions. I have told you what are the works for the students. They have to make the teachers happy. Every students, they wants to come in close with all those teachers. They want to be a good friends. They want to be good as everyone. But some do and some doesn't. So you have been heard in the case called in the year 2007, a student of Kerala. What happened? That when he went to the school, her teacher scolded him so badly that he left the school on that time only, and he went somewhere to some new place. And when their parents informed to the school that the student about his ward, that he couldn't come to home, then they had an inquiry, and after 2 or 3 days, after 2 or 3 days, they come to know that the ward or the student, that teacher scolded, he committed suicide. So regarding that topic only, I think so, regarding that topic only, they have started a program called mental health. They should build it, and we as a teacher should show some ideas, should show some concept, so that they could be in a very, in a very refreshing mood. We were the only one. Yes, well, everybody knows that to be a mental healthy, why we should be mental healthy. We also know that we do some work. So, health and physical education learning area. What are the things that should be learned? What are the things that we should teach them to the student? And how we can encourage them so that they can stay far away from mental illness? We should know that. And every day you should be in that mood where you can encourage them. You can give him courage. You can give responses to any topics. You can give responses to anything, whatever you are teaching, whatever they have, or whenever you are listening. You should motivate them. See how they can commit in that mood. Yes. So I have built a topic. So in this module, we are going to discuss all the dimensions related to physical development, related to social development, as well as emotional, mental development, because health is not only physical health, but also to be considered as holistic health. We only say that if money is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, if money is lost, nothing is lost. Yes, and if health is lost, everything is lost. If we do not have health, or if we couldn't be in a healthy mood, what we will give to the students? We'll torture them. We will torture them. Simply we'll be torturing them. And when we will start to torture them, definitely they will be going, or they will be far away from you all. The person who is torturing them. The student will try to run away from those teachers. They should be motivating them. So, what is the thing over here? We should remember what are the things to be told, what are the things to be given, what are the things to be discussed in the class. You should plan that. If there is nothing, we do not plan anything. If we start to plan anything, about anything, then I will be the first person who will say that this is not a rural areas. Now, this rural area has been developed into an urban areas. We the only teachers, sometimes they say to every society, to every villages, that our school is like what? Like an urban area schools. The teachers are from, means to say that out stations. Some teachers are very experienced. And the most thing over here, they should have some, means to say that aged teacher also in many of the schools. Why the academic coordinator, why the principal, they prefer to choose an aged teacher? Because they have that potential to capture those angerness. That is the thing. Yes, the youth teachers, they have courage, they are energetic, they teach us. But when it comes to the topic called on control, on angerness, they lose it. Even I also know that. Even I lose it. So we should have that potentials. So your environment, talk about the environment. Means if the environment is safe, definitely your mood will be in another way. Environment should be good. The company with whom you are staying, it can affect on it also. It has an effect. Yes, because obviously they will give you some ideas. Obviously they will be giving you some ideas. Some can give you positive, some can give you in a negative also. It depends upon you, how you choose your company, what type of person you choose a company. Because they do create some disorderness in your things. So the third thing is that providing timely support for those with additional needs. Yes. Suppose out of we all, one person they needs help, or that person might parents, might be brother and sister, get some medical treatment, and they require money. At that time, if any of the person comes out and help that person's, see here, I told you that one person comes out and helps that person over there. Listen, if there won't be any person who would help him, then what happens? He would or she would be trapped in a mental illness. But if we are helping those type of persons in a time of what? In a very sad mood, in a very different mood, if we are helping, then definitely the person who is helping him, he or she feels very bad, he or she feels very good. He thinks that yes, I have done something else that can make my friend, that can make my colleague proudness. And the next person whom you have whom you have helped, what do he think? Yeah, what do she thinks? She thinks she was in problem. Or whatever problem, she was going slowly in a what? In that mood where he couldn't or where she couldn't come out again. But you stopped it. Do that type of activities. You will feel a proudness. Last topic, we come to the involving a student and family in decision making. Yes? Have you ever asked to any of the students that what type of teaching you want? Have you ever? While teaching any topic, have you ever asked to your student that in what way you love to listen? In what way you want to learn? Have you ever asked? I hope yes also. But I have did it many times, and I feel very happy. The student, I have worked in many of the schools. Let me tell you, there was a school called Hebron in Darbhanga. It's in Pandal. I have went, I have taught many things. But as soon as I started to teach, I asked to the student that, are you understanding whatever I am teaching on the board? 3 of the students, they stood up in the classes, and they told me that, sir, if you don't mind, will you please explain me in Hindi? Will you explain us in Hindi? So I told him, sure, why couldn't? I taught them in Hindi. They understood it. They got in a very good mood. So that was the topic that I was discussing over and again. So now next to the next topic, we come personal and social capability. Why personal and social capability? The thing is that Everybody has an emotions. It might be a physical, it might be a mentality also. Yes? And suppose any person or any of the faculty members plays with your emotions. The work that you will do, or the work that you were doing before, I'm going to compare with those things. Please, listen it carefully. The work you were doing before, days ago, and the works you are going to do from that time, from that onwards, it do creates that displacement. Isn't it? Yes or no? It creates. Every day we are seeing those types of problems. So if a teacher can, and just think it about the students, 7 teachers, they goes in each and every classes, and 7 teachers, they departs according to their subjects. They have to listen many things regarding different subjects. And how many means we are the only one who knows that to listen a person for a half an hour, or for 40 minutes, or for 30 minutes, it's very odd. It's very odd. It's unpredictable. Yes, but think about the students. They are tolerating you for almost 3 hours or 4 hours. They are tolerating, means students are tolerating us for 4 hours, from 4 hours. Yes, in that 4 hours, some teachers will make them happy. Some teachers will make them means in a good mood. Some teachers will be there will make them in a bad mood. So how much pressures does the students they carry every day? How much? We are the only one. There were the many peoples. There were many reformers who told it. To carry a pressure, it's not an easy task. And to give a task, it's not a symbol of a great man. Second thing, establish and build a framework for positive relationship. Everybody wants to be in a good relationship, in a positive relationship. No one wants to become no one wants to make that relations in a bad way, in a negative relations. Yes, because if we won't cooperate with each other, then who will cooperate us? Yes, suppose there is a person whom I doesn't like. What happened? He will think about me, I will think about him. I'll be in depression mood, he will be also in depression mood. And the result? We both will be in what? We both will be in that tired mood, that problem mood, that tension mood that we couldn't explore, that we couldn't circumference that. So that should be solved. That should be solved against the student. We should take out that illness from the student. We should give them some tactics. We can solve that in a class. And we are the only one who will solve them. If we won't solve it, then who will solve them? We are the only one. The third thing is the last. Handle challenging situation constructively. Yes. Life is a challenge. We should accept it. Life is a challenge. Every day you get a lot of work that can make you challenge, that can challenge you. And if you run from the challenges, then Who will be the person who will defeat the challenge? We are the only one. We are the only one. For example, whenever we are sleeping at night, or when we slept at night, do we know that we'll be waking up in the morning time or not? No. And what is the challenge in it? The challenge over there is, will wake up or not? That is the biggest challenge that I have realized in my 31 years of age. Otherwise, the word challenge itself a challenge. And we are the only one who are going to challenge it. The God can't come here. The nature can't be here who will challenge it, each and everything. And we should accept that. And we are able to challenge each and everything. So, we should support school and early childhood setting to promote and model respect, positive attitudes and behaviors. What happened? When we are coming to school, what we will do? So, for the first and foremost thing, our attitude should be in such a way that should be liked by everyone. First thing. And the second thing is that behavior. Your behavior can harm your colleague. It can feel very bad on your colleagues, so that they or he or she could make a distance. So think before a word or lips. So it teaches our children how to build a healthy relationships. Yes, the topic department resources. It teaches our children how to build healthy relationship. Okay, resilience and confidence. We are the one who will give them confidence, and we are the one who will make them in a healthy relationship. In a healthy relationship means what type of healthy relationship? Yeah, each and everything, from giving up or from giving down, it doesn't affect on you all. Yes, as well as being as a whole of a school approach to promote and model respectfully and positive relations, it also supports educators to teach how students to build relationship, resilience and confidence. Again, the same thing. I as a teacher, whenever we are standing in the classes, yes, we should build that healthy relationship with the students also. I told you they have been given a lot of tasks, they have been tolerating us, means 7 teachers, 7 subjects, they are tolerating you each and every day. Yes, and give some students those times where they can talk you, where they talks with you all. Have you ever thought that today I will leave it to on the students, that what they think about me, what type of learning they want, what type of things they want? We never. Life is a race. We are running on it. Doesn't have a time to think about what is going around in the students, about you all, about we all. And we are the one who will take it out those type of problems. None of the else. So, now to solve this mental health, we are the one, and many of the institutions, many of the schools, they have had an approach. What type of approach? Now see that. The first thing, in a systematic way, if we will go out in a year, 365 days, now every institutions of India, they have been organizing a meeting at least for 2 months. At least once in a 2 month. Okay? So in a month, what do they discuss? What are the things that are hampering to the students? How should we organize them in such a way that they would be feeling very good? So these are the topics, these are the agenda that has been discussed by every institutions of India, and in every month, almost in every month. So when a culture of well-being is prioritized across the school whole community, positive social norms and behavior are built between the leader, school staff, teachers and educator and a student, and a sense of belonging and inclusivity woven through everything the school already does. For example, an experiment. You have a grandson, you have your son also, you have your daughter also. Someday doesn't have. Give them a chocolates. Give them a chocolate every day. The more you will give them chocolate, your grandson, your daughter, your son will run towards you. Yes? And there will be what type of relations between your grandson, your son, your daughter? A very good and healthy relationship. But as soon as you start to teach him, your grandson, your son, your daughter will run, will create a distance from you. So we should have an approach so that we can solve it on it. Second thing, foster a friendly, respectful and inclusive environment. Okay. Teachers, do they make an impact on the student? We, all the teachers, do make an impact on the student. Yes? And what type of an impact? For example, if we will be under cooperations level, if we are cooperating each other, there will be what? There will be a good relationship. There will be a healthy relationship. And that good and healthy relationship will be seen in the what? Classes also. And that can make an impact. You can see your teaching. Your teaching will explore the student who are listening to you all. But if there is no any good relations and healthy relations with all the teams, those whoever are working in the companies, what happens? What do they create? They create a gap. They create a destruction against each other. And that can harm the student. That can harm the work that you are in those type of areas. So that thing should be also seen as a good and healthy relationship. Third thing, establish proactive policy addressing well-being and inclusion. Yes? There are many policies. If the government can approach many type of policies so that the public would be happy against the running government, then why we couldn't? We can also approach and policy against the student. That why students should be in a relaxed mood, in a good and healthy mood. If the student, if we will create those type of environments, then there will be a lot of happiness around you all, and the environment that you will be creating, it would be the healthy environment. Well-being and inclusion workforce practice model. So I discussed many topics. It should be happen. I told you the reason also. What would you think? To relax, to free the students, to promote mental health, what should be your approach? What do you think? मानसिक स्वास्थ्य के बढ़ावा के लिए आप सभी शिक्षकों से राय लिया जाता है कि क्या होना चाहिए, क्या प्रमोट कीजिएगा. What should be your approach against the students? It depends upon us only, yes or not? हमारे ऊपर ही निर्भर करता है कि what type of approach we are making against the student. The last thing, provide a comprehensive, develop personal and social capabilities. To create a healthy environment and to make the student in a healthy mind and a peaceful mind and a happy mind, we do have that capabilities and we should have that capabilities. Yes? If there is no any capabilities in you all, then what is the use of being a teacher? Yes? Every day, it's a time only you will realize it, will make you realize that what is going to be happen. Yes, Ramnath sir? So, second thing, relationships of colleagues and intervene with the student problems related to learning. Have you ever noticed one thing? That whenever we are in the class, many of the students are in those type of moods when they want to express, when they want to need your expressions. First of all, they notice in what type of mood you are. Yes? As soon as they knows your mood, they start to speak. And when you are in a really happy mood, or when you are in a to say that in a good mood, and when the student they talks about anything, the responses are very good against them. Definitely, the responses are very good against them. But suppose when you will be in angry mood, what will happen to the students? तब तो और बीमार कर दीजिएगा. So we should have that capabilities. हम लोग के पास वो भी क्षमता होना चाहिए जिससे हम विद्यार्थियों को क्या कर सकें, खुश कर सकें. Yes? So what do I want to tell you? What do I want to explain you? Now I will ask to some of the teachers who are really good to promote mental health. What would be the strategy to the student that you would love to implement in the classes? Can I know from some of the teachers, especially Asif sir, as a science teacher? Means as a good teacher, what would be the strategy you will use or you will implement to make the student in a healthy mind or in a healthy mood? Okay. Okay. Very good. That's all. Yes. So the thing that I would give you the moral over here, the biggest moral, or the means to say that everybody has a everybody has a brain. Everybody has their own understandings. Everybody has their own concepts, their thinkings. So we should apply those healthy, means to say that healthy mind or a healthy end, so that the student, they wouldn't be frustrated. And once when the students they are being in the frustration mood, what happens? They slowly they get in the depressed mood. And when the depression starts, we do start to listen all types of movement. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.